All right, class. Today I'm going to show you how to do our unit 0, which is working with arithmetic vocabulary words. Okay, so we have the operations. Basically, in this class, we are going to be looking at addition, we are going to be looking at subtraction, we are going to be looking at multiplication, division, and then we might go over higher level operations like what is 2 to the power of 5, or what is an exponent, or what is a base. Okay, so right here I have downloaded the vocabulary worksheet that is on Schoology. This is in unit 2, so you should do the same thing too. Download this. Okay, so all of the words that mean addition, and this is not all of it, but this is the most of the ones that you will see. All right, so you have the word added to, you have the word plus, you have the word increase by, more than, sum. I call that the fancy word for addition, the sum of, profit, positive, negative, no, positive, not negative, but positive, the word gain, and the total of. All of these words most of the time mean add. Okay, depending on how a problem is worded, sometimes it could mean other things, but most of the time it means add. For the second window here, you have subtraction. These are all the words that mean subtraction. So you have minus, you have take away, you have subtracted by, less than, decrease by, the difference of. Okay, so difference is the fancy word for subtraction. Loss or a loss, negative. Okay, all those mean that you need to take away something. Next, we have multiplication. Multiplied by, times, fancy word for multiplication is product, and you have a factor. Okay, so all of those mean multiplication. Division, oh, excuse me, divide by, the ratio of, the fraction, percent, means divide by 100, so that's also division. Quotient, okay, so quotient is the fancy word for division. Anytime you see half, half means divide by 2, okay? When you square something, or when you square a number, like 5 squared, that means you're multiplying 5 by itself 2 times. Okay, so 5 squared is not 10. Okay, it's 5 times 5, which is 25. Twice means multiply by 2. Cube, when you cube something, you multiply that number by itself 3 times. Oh, there's a typo right there. Itself. And that's how you should spell it. All right, so 2 cubed would be 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. So it's 8. Again, it is not 6. The next thing that we are going to talk about is the word power. Okay, power is the same thing as an exponent. Okay, so for example, in this example here, you have 4 to the power of 6, or you can just say 4 exponent 6. Okay, it means the same thing. There are two very big words. Base. Okay, so base is the number that you see here. That's the base. That's the 4. That's the number which is being raised. Okay, and the power or the exponent is what you see up here. All right, so 4 to the 6, remember 4 is the base and 6 is the exponent. What this is telling you to do is you take the base, which is 4, and you multiply by itself 6 times, and that's going to give you a very, very big number. Okay, but that's the meaning. And then here, 2 to the power of 5. Okay, so again, that means 2, base 2, power 5. Okay, just making sure that you know how to write that. And then this one is one that tends to confuse a lot of students. The nth power of a number, in this case 10. So you just write on the base, your base is 10, and the nth power, so the power is n. It could be anything. This is just what we call a abstract example, okay? All right, so this is what you have. What I suggest that you do is once you go over this, I would ask you to go and download 0.1, the worksheet 0.1, and we are going to split your screen so that you can have the vocabulary sheet on one side and have the worksheet that you are going to work on the left side. That way you can refer to the notes, okay? So one way to do that is right now I'm in Notability and I have the worksheet 0.1 open right here. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, so that's the worksheet 0.1. And to split your screen, you go down to the bottom of your screen and just swipe this up until you see that dashboard, or what they call the duck, okay? So what you're going to do here is you are going to go and find Schoology, and I don't see Schoology here. So let me go to my home screen, and I'm going to open up my Schoology. Once I do that and close it, if I do this now, I see my Schoology right here. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to open this. Now Schoology is right there. So I'm just going to hold it on, and I am going to just put it on the right hand side and just let it go a bit. And here my screen is split in half. So now I am going to go to my Schoology, and I'm going to go to my courses. I'm going to go to our class, and I'm going to go to week 2, and I'm going to go and open the vocabulary sheet so that you have them right in front of you. And now we are going to go and show you how to do the work. All right, so number 1. So here you are to write an expression, an algebraic expression, okay? So this is what we call a verbal statement right here, the difference of x and 26. That's a verbal statement. Find the key word in there that means add, subtract, multiply, divide, or whatever that you need to do. And you will notice that there is the word difference that we just went over. And so when you look to the right, difference means that you are going to subtract. It's right there under subtraction. So you put a minus right here in the middle, and the two numbers that you are subtracting, one of them is your x and the other one is 26. And most of the time it's just an x minus in between those two numbers, okay? So it's just the difference of x and 26, that means x minus 26. All right, if you go to number 3, you have 2 and then cubed. Now if you go to your worksheet, cubed means that you are going to raise your base 2 to the power 3. Okay, so put the base 2 and then your power is 3. So look at number 5. Anytime you see something that says 5 to the something or a number to the something, they are talking about a power, okay, a base to some power. Okay, so here the base is your 5. Okay, the words or what the number or letter that follows to the means the exponent. Okay, so you have base 5 exponent d. All right, let's go further down and see if we can do anything here. Number 19, here you have twice 12. Okay, so if you look, twice means multiply by 2. So you can just go ahead, take 2 and multiply by 12. You don't really need to multiply it out. Okay, we just want you to write it down. Number 21, product. That's a fancy word. So if you can find products on your worksheet, you will realize that that means multiply. So you can even use x for multiply. And then you have p and 6. Those are your two numbers or variables that you're multiplying together. So you have p here multiplied by 6. Another way of writing this, because we are in Algebra 1, is to write down just 6 p. That means multiplied, okay? So 6 times p. We like to write the number first and the variable last. If you don't see anything between them, then that means multiplication, okay? All right, so let's do one more. Let's do number 27, 4 squared. Okay, so squared, if you look again, means 2. So 4 is the base. You want to square it, okay? And then finally, let's do number 31, sum. That's the fancy word for plus. So you are adding two things together, and those two things are the 10 and the u. And that's your answer. All right, so hopefully this helps you with your assignment for this week. There's another worksheet where you are going to do the opposite, okay? So here you are going from verbal statement, and your job is to write the algebraic expression. And I believe 0.3, we are going to do the opposite. We are going to give you an algebraic expression, and then you are going to write a verbal statement, okay? But we will go to that later, all right? Okay, thank you.